Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Final story.
This place exists between
Elizabeth.
two-
Wish you good luck.
Elizabeth. Let's see what this is like. I already have an idea based on reading what she's doing, though. Within the endless darkness are scattered countless bright lights, like a nebula. But those lights are not stars. Each one is the light of light, the gleam of man's souls. This is the world inside people's hearts. What, it looks like a galaxy or something? The endless infinity of the universe? A place where every human's consciousness is connected and can be traced to their origin. Every memory since the dawn of man, and even those on the ladder of its evolution, slumbers here. Some think of this place as a sea, and they may be correct. Depending on how deep you go, you may see this world's endless landscapes and innumerable faces. Where I stand now is one of its furthest depths, a domain that has existed far before life became sentient or even took form. Here, there is only the darkness of death and the radiance of life. I come here at times, for a very important objective. Suddenly, a patch of darkness surges and undulates. The pitch-black substance swells with a tar-like consistency and quickly takes the shape of a giant arm.
My, it's rather stout compared to before.
I remember that thing. I don't even remember what it was called. All I know is it was a two-headed dog-like thing from the answer at the end of it. Just as good and evil are products of man's heart, there is a negative force here in the sea of souls that tempts man to corruption and destruction. Though one person's malice may amount to little, there are billions of people in the world. It's actually common for monsters capable of destroying mankind to develop without anyone realizing. This is one of them. Though it was only an arm at first, it quickly develops into an enormous human-shaped torso. It roars with resentment, sending shocks through the space where up and down are fluid. The monster raises an enormous arm that could tear down mountains towards the heavens. But it suddenly stops. Something is blocking its movement. I am, to be precise. You might think I'm nowhere on the scene. In truth, even the monster may be thinking that. But I'd like to direct your attention to the fingertips at the end of this giant arm. Closer. Even closer than that. Keep going closer, all the way to the index finger.
There. Do you see me now?
Well, yeah. All they did was show your picture.
Have I forgotten to introduce myself? My name is Elizabeth.
Hey, she's actually aware that she's presenting a story to us, actually. But that's not out of character for her. I fix my gaze upon the two lights that seem to be the monster's eyes, but it twists away, trying to resist. Or was she talking to the monster, maybe? But she's looking at... Maybe I'm the monster. I don't know.
Do you wish to behold death that much?
I grab the monster's index finger, and in one motion I flip its immense body and throw it into the air. The monster cries out in agony, and the area quakes again.
Oh dear. It seems it won't be easy for one of this size. I cannot damage the world of everyone's hearts, and I hesitate to make a scene in the real world either. Time for a change of scenery.
I open the elegant grimoire in my hand. Is it a grimoire noir or a grimoire vice? Ah ha ha! References. A large blue magic circle forms behind the thrown monster, swallowing the gargantuan figure. I follow it in. Continual turbulent streams of light and darkness flow past the monster and myself. Eventually I speak up.
We will soon reach our destination.
Another magic circle appears in an altogether different kind of black void than the one we came from. The monster is spat out there, and when it collides with the surface, a tremendous cloud of dust rises. I emerge from the magic circle second and rise into the air. On the horizon beyond the monster, I can see a deep blue sphere. Moon surface. Yes, this is the moon.
Now, I had promised to show you death. Your fate is in the cards.
I'm not actually going to be able to fight it, am I? A figure appears behind me, bearing several coffins.
The god of death, Thanatos. What do you think?
The light of the stars shines off its drawn sword and gleams bewitchingly. His name is...
Was it to your liking? Well then, farewell.
His His name is Thanatos, but I've been calling him Ryuji this entire time because I think that's the form he took. Unless I've been mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. Flings the sword down at the monster's head. Against its fearsome size, the sword is barely longer than a needle. But the sword's merciless sharpness pierces far beyond the blade's length. The monster's body slices apart like wet paper. With a final death cry, the monster slowly dissolves and evaporates as black mist. A deafening silence returns to the area. Well, let's get technical here. There is no sound in space. Yeah, so it would be... You know what? It probably sounds like unbearable silence to the human ear. Because there is no air. I believe that's the reason. Because there's no air in space, there are no sound waves or something. I don't know. I have an understanding of how it works. I don't know the exact cause of it. I can admit that. But apparently in 2001 The Space Odyssey, they got that accurate by having absolutely no sound in space when they were outside their ship. To break the quiet, a tune plays on my lips.
Velvet, oh velvet.
Again, but I guess because it's based off an anime style, they don't really care about the physics of space. I create another magic circle in the air and step through it. I should remain long in this world without any real objective. This is not the world I belong in after all.
My master has a large nose.
I was once a resident of the Velvet Room and served its master. The dark blue clothing I still wear is from that time. All the residents have their roles, but they are also on a journey. We help our guests grow as people, and through the help we offer, we come to understand the ultimate question. It's the fundamental question of who are we?
Thinking back on it, I spent so many days like that for such a long time. I had thought that it would be impossible to change.
But 2 years ago, I finally reached my answer. One's identity cannot be sought out, but must be forged for oneself. It's something you build, little by little. People call the freedom to do so potential, and by mastering it, people develop their unique identities. That is the understanding I came to. So it seems to me that I should believe in my own potential and wander in pursuit of my desire. It wasn't a hard conclusion to come to. That is why I abandoned my assigned role and departed on my long journey. I have set an objective for myself. To defeat the monster I fought a moment ago once and for all. I vanquished it then, but that is only temporary.
It'll surely resurrect within the year again, and I'll go through today once more.
That monster was born from the twisted wishes arising from the lack of substance in people's lives. It slowly stagnates and seeps out. If this is life, then bring on death. Desires like that are what give it power. And that giant black arm tries to free death from its prison. It can never be left to act on its aims. But as long as people continue to wish as they do, the foul feelings will congeal and it will revive endlessly. To truly defeat the monster means to change people's hearts. That cannot be done no matter how much one improves their skill in battle. I do not currently know how this goal can be attained. It may be that no one in this world knows yet. Some new and unknown miraculous power will most likely be required. That is why I wish to travel as far and wide as I can to broaden my horizons. Since I have only interacted with the guests of the room, I'm sure the scope of my knowledge is far inferior to a single human's. But there are infinite places for me to explore. I'll travel to each one and satisfy my natural curiosity. Okay. Chie, bye-bye. First bookmark, and we know she's on a journey. Well, there's obviously more to that, but I already commented on some of it during. I'm just trying to make conversation. What the? Sounds like a drum. Oh, suddenly she's in the TV world.
That's why I've come here. A double check on the danger scale situation that I just recently discovered.
I like how quick she got to it. Everyone else takes their time. Elizabeth, nope. Right away, I'm in the TV. I place my hands on my hips in what I believe to be a standing firm. Standing firm. Before me is what seems to be a replica of a building in the real world.
I sense multiple Persona users gathering. It's once in a blue moon that one discovers a place like this.
How about once in a blue room? Ha 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 ha. No? Okay.
I'm sure I can learn some interesting things here. Or something along those lines. In any case, I, Elizabeth, can scarcely keep myself from getting involved.
Who is she even gonna fight? Everyone! She's gonna fight everyone! Because she's gonna break all the rules. She'll go through all the barriers and just fight everyone. For someone with a physical form to step into the realm of the mind would be for them to enter an even more abstract place than the Velvet Room. Normally it would be impossible, and even if it were, it would be very dangerous without a firm will. For it to occur at all is intriguing enough, but on top of that, these people are mainly Persona users, and not just one or two. There's no denying that something truly extraordinary is happening here. Broadened horizons aside, I can't resist taking a closer look. When I get closer, I see a nameplate reading Yasogami High School at what seems to be the main gate.
This building. Is it a school?
The school building before me looks aged and I narrow my eyes.
It seems somewhat old-fashioned compared to the school I have experience with, but it has its charms as well. This is what they call animalist aesthetic. Animalist? Bestial? Anyway, something along those lines.
I have no idea what she's going on about. Actually, I don't think anyone ever does. There are bizarre decorations as far as the eye can see inside the building. Was this school always this adorned?
These decorations. Could this be the fabled school festival I've heard tell of? A festival is where one toys with the lives of goldfish in a scandalous game. One can also enjoy a combat simulation with close-range shooting tests using sniper rifle fire into the interior of stalls. Ooh, I'm starting to get excited.
Looking up, I spy a large sign done in vibrant colors.
P1 Grand Prix. Could this be a fighting tournament? This isn't why the Persona users are gathering, is it?
No sir, do my suspicions arise that I sense the first presence within the school and turn towards it. Come, challenger! I wave my arms about in anticipation. I just imagine her having her arms completely up and just waving them back and forth for some reason. I don't know why. But something seems a bit odd.
That lady over there. She not a Persona user? Regardless of that, I sense something out of the ordinary.
It's obviously Labrys. When I close my eyes, I can tell that while she may appear to be a human girl, something about her is amiss. I sense an unnatural disconnect from her memories and consciousness not seen in most people.
Is she truly human?
Now that I'm here, I can sense powerful combatants gathering one by one. If such power were to be used to its fullest in clashes of skill, the result could be life-threatening. This place is not meant for such a girl. If she were to be drawn into this, then in the worst-case scenario...
Were I still my old self when I only lived to play out my role, I would leave her be. But I am different now.
I make my way towards the girl. As I approach her, I begin to hear voices. It seems that she is calling herself a student council president. I stride down to the end of the hallway where she is walking directly into her view. The girl gives me a slightly questioning look, but no more. She comes towards me guilelessly.
Hey, excuse me. You got some reason to be at our school?
Up close, I can tell at once. There's no doubt about this. No doubt this girl is not human. Yet she seems to be under that impression. The original residents of this place seem to believe that she is as well. But of course, that is impossible. The disconnect I sensed her earlier must be related.
Could someone have tampered with her memories and psyche?
No matter how unusual her circumstances, such extreme gaps in awareness are no more figments of the imagination. It's possible, but normally those with a distorted view of reality have equally distorted emotions. And I do not sense that in her. Her emotions are in balance. Only her memories and awareness fall short, like a corpse de ballet falling behind a soloist. I fix my gaze upon the girl before me once again. If she did not come here of her own will, then the events here may be more sinister than I imagined.
Are you sure this is how things should be?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I am a wanderer who only stopped here because I sensed great power gathering. I am in no position to give advice, but, this place will soon be caught in a bit of a fracas. If you continue to avert your eyes from everything, I think it will have an impact on your life in the near future.
My life?
What you choose is up to you, but I believe there are factors preventing you from making the right choices at the moment. I couldn't bring myself to just stand by and watch as you lost your life before my eyes. That is why I came to you, so I could give you one last chance.
She has most likely forgotten who she is. I sense something shining, slumbering deep in her heart. It's the glow of a bond. No one who has been a resident of the Velvet Room could mistake it for anything else. Before she forgot herself, she must have had strong feelings about someone or had made a promise to them. But I'll leave it to her to remember what it was. I hold out the Persona Compendium as if handing it to the girl and open its pages. Light streams out from it and washes over her. The light dispels the girl's false image, the illusion that made her seem human, though she is not.
Huh? What is this?
Her true form is revealed as a gleaming mechanical body. Her arms look as if steel plates are covering them. The girl frantically pulls at them to try to tear them off.
It won't come off. What gives?
My, what a robotically cool body. It is apparently meant for battle.
Hey, you! What did you do to me?
Nothing in particular. Well. Considering that you are meant for battle, I shall briefly be your opponent. During that time, why not think back about who you are?
Huh? My opponent?
Most likely I will not get through to her with words alone. Only by being forced into a confrontation will she finally be able to understand. She already knows how to use the steel limbs, which she supposedly never before seen.
And away we go.
Well, I guess I should have seen this battle coming because it happened. We know she battled Yu Narukami. And that's it? I don't remember. You and Labras were the main ones. Oh boy, what is she control like? I'm gonna have to find out. Alright, Elizabeth.
Final.
What strange music.
Fight.
Whoa, she came at me right away. Can I do it all out? Yes, I can. I can probably also do combos. Alright, I don't know. I'm just gonna use Thanatos to bully her. She got all that SP she can't even use. Well, I think she's practically cheating. She's worse than Mitsuru and Yu. Man, that went down pretty. Granted, I was fighting a non-persona user, so that could be, you know, coincidence. The girl collapses powerlessly. I used a soft touch during the battle. She should have sustained no injuries. Probably. Still, the girl does not stand back up. Apparently due to mental rather than physical stress. Her own arms and legs had turned metallic. Yet in the heated battle, she was able to use those foreign appendages with ease. If she truly thought herself to be human, that would have come as quite a shock.
That should be enough. I'm sure you realize now that you are not human. There must have been an important promise that could only be kept in that guise. That must have been your reason for living. Whether it's worth losing that or not, I ask that you give it serious thought.
An important promise. My reason for living?
Her potential will become unlocked through self-reflection. That was how it happened for me as well.
Now, it seems the tumult of trials is about to begin. In which case, I bid you good luck.
I close the compendium in my hand, and the warm pages rustle as they meet. By the time it shuts, I am already far away from the girl. In my absence, the illusion is again in place, giving her the appearance of a human once more. She may consider what happened to be a daydream, and that is quite alright. My intention was to give her an opportunity to awaken her to the truth. What she eventually decides is up to her. But that aside, there's something else on my mind. The girl I fought looked human, but wasn't. It is rare for even one such as I, with an unimaginably long lifespan, to meet someone like her. Yet she is the second such person I have known. The other was also a guest of mine once. She too resembled a human girl. I can sense her power somewhere here as well. Most likely she's here for the reasons having to do with the girl I met.
What an intriguing event. More so than I had first imagined.
Though I came here on a mere whim, this trip may be unexpected fruit. Perhaps I'll discover something important. My interest piqued even more now, and I decided to go further in. When I do, the bustle of voices reaches my ear. Is that a cheer? One of the monitors nearby turns on after the cheer dies down. It's showing a girl in a school uniform.
Ladies and gentlemen, is everyone ready? It's time to get our program started. Ive Bissett will be your commentator. Please, hold your applause. Oh, you're too kind, you're too kind. Well, with things starting to heat up now, the General has a few words for you. The mic's all yours, sir.
Next, the person who seems to be the host takes the girl's place. Actually, person may be incorrect. The intriguing fluffiness and a tantalizing round body.
Well then, I'm proud to announce the opening of our very own P1 Grand Prix! Presenting the manliest of all men!
This is more of a to-do than I thought.
I keep watching as a video with some upbeat music plays.
Is this an introduction to the contestants?
A number of girls and boys are introduced at a steady pace. I haven't seen any of their faces before, but they all appear to be Persona users. Each one of them is tagged with a mocking epithet.
The carnivore who's discarded womanhood, the blood-curdling beefcake emperor, the sister complex kingpin. Are these signs of their willingness to cast aside their pride in pursuit of victory? I wonder if they're not casting aside a little too much. This is a rather novel idea.
There's no denying that those with power are gathering here for the tournament. The video comes to a close. Since I came here on my own whim, I am obviously not featured in it. How unfortunate. Also, I don't think the shadows can detect her. She seems to be able to sneak around as she pleases, having the power of the Velvet Room behind her, basically. I catch myself pouting my lips.
Should I officially enter this as well? Oh, but if the manliest of all men are the ones called forth, I cannot participate. Then again, I distinctly spotted a woman or two in the introductory video.
And there was a third one, but you don't know that yet.
Then I shan't concern myself with such trifling details. I shall soldier on.
The next time the host appears on a monitor, I will make my entreaty. If he turns me down, then I shall resort to force. Very good. My mind made up, I begin my walk through the school. Battles, battles. Oh, where might I find a battle? I look into a window nearby. Aha!
Oh my! The host himself is before my eyes.
Is she gonna enter? Before I realize it, I am already in motion. Oh, no, she fights Teddy.
Pardon my dynamic entrance.
Just sound like you shattered some glass.
Someone's here!
Looking around, I see a piano and portraits of famous composers lining the walls. I see. This must be what they call a music room.
Please forgive me for startling you.
Ooh! Who are you, miss?
I am Elizabeth, a mere elevator attendant, albeit one who is currently utterly neglecting her duties.
An elevator attendant? I don't believe it! I'm having culture shock! I wish Junessa's elevators had such beautiful attendants, too!
Excuse me, but may I ask your name?
Teddy! Adoy!
What? A doy?
I'm sorry. Would you mind repeating that in human language?
I was saying it normally. Teddy is my name, and I'm a proud bear!
I see. Teddy Bear. You have a rather creative flair to your appearance.
I wish you'd say cute instead. Though hearing a pretty lady like you say so makes my heart skip a beat.
Watching him, I cannot restrain my curiosity any longer and prod his soft fur with abandon.
Huh? What are you doing?
Well, Elizabeth is a curious type. I think she beats you and everything about that.
This seems to lack ventilation. How does he breathe in there? Oh, there's a zipper.
Stop! I'm ticklish. Oh no! No opening! You're embarrassing me!
Oh, please forgive me. Curiosity almost killed the bear.
Huh? What were you planning on doing to me? You're even a tougher customer than the kids at the food court, miss!
When I step away, Teddy Bear lightly smooths over his fur to try and regain his composure.
Oh, I had forgotten what I originally meant to ask because of your fine coat of hair. Teddy Bear, though I am a woman, I wish to partake in this Grand Prix.
Huh? I can't help you with that.
Oh, but are you not the host shown in the introduction video?
It's all a huge misunderstanding. That guy's an imposter. Won't you hear me out?
It seems he is faced with some kind of dilemma. I decide to lend an ear to Teddy Bear. He animatedly describes the circumstances, but his arms and legs are too short to illustrate his point. His mannerisms are so peculiar that understanding is an uphill battle, but in the end I grasp the basics.
I see. So you realized that something was amiss and came wandering in here yourself to investigate. But you fell into the imposter's trap and couldn't do a thing until a moment ago. You have my deepest sympathies.
Do I really? Anyways, everyone else is on the contested list while I get the cold shoulder.
Is that so? Then, since we are both outcasts, let us participate of our own accord.
Our own?
May I request a match from you?
That makes no sense at all. What do you mean? Ooh, maybe a hot and heavy struggle with all kinds of clinches and holds?
A one-on-one battle to the extreme.
That makes no sense. Wait a second. You look a lot stronger than me, miss.
Oh, don't be so modest.
No, I'm really not.
I'm very sorry, but the deadline for submitting a forfeit notice has expired.
You're not sorry at all. There are things I can't do, you know.
What happens when you take two people who don't really know what they're doing and try and have a conversation with each other? They get absolutely lost within. Teddy's actually not understanding her, and he can't keep up with her peculiar ways of talking. It's an odd thing to watch.
Oh, but on the other hand, if I can try scoring with you later, I might rethink this.
Score? I do not understand the term, but if that is your stipulation, why, I accept.
Ooh, you accept? Woohoo! I'm ready to go whenever you are.
That is, if you're still alive afterward. Well then, here goes. Your fate is in the cards.
I take my fighting stance. Settling matters to a show of force is simple, straightforward, and so beautiful. I have nothing else to say. Can't really say much. Two crazy people talking to each other makes... What can I say? I shall just fight now. Something elevator attendant. I don't know what the first word is. It's blocked off.
Finally.
Alright, Teddy. Let's see how I do against... Oh, right off the bat. Man. Oh, let's just combo with Thanatos for now. I don't know. Right now, I'm just trying to do whatever. He had some opening attacks on me. Man, that's almost unfair what I can do here. Really? You can't do anything against Elizabeth here. She just does combo after combo after combo without even having to do any special moves practically. All the other people don't really have that much flexibility in their moves.
The road to dating is steep. Ugh.
With an exaggerated groan, Teddy Bear collapses. Or rolls down, to be more precise.
Teddy Bear, you truly are an intriguing creature.
I'm surprised she can't sense the shadow within. Hearing this, Teddy Bear springs to his feet.
Are you interested in me?
Though you aren't human, you fight against your fate and wish to be with humans. I have witnessed one other case who bore such a fate in the past.
Huh?
You made a choice and decided how you wish to live. That is marvelous, Teddy Bear.
Marvelous? Me? Does that mean you're still okay with me trying to score with you?
That is not what it means.
Teddy Bear loses his balance for some unknown reason and falls over.
No! The way you shoot down my attempts reminds me of Yuki-chan.
Yuki-chan, is this an acquaintance of yours?
Yuki-chan is a very precious friend of mine.
You have friends.
Actually, everyone who is in that video are my friends. But I can't forgive them for having all the fun. I'll make them buy me a tasty treat for this.
I see. May I ask you something? Who would you consider the strongest among your friends?
You'll either say Kanji or you. Kanji would be the literal strongest, but you'll be the strongest because he's the leader.
Well, Sensei, of course.
Yeah, there we go.
He's the manliest of all men.
Sensei. If I recall correctly, that is the name of a governing class within a school, wielding the power of life and death over its students. Yes, that does indeed sound like the name of a strong warrior.
Sensei's our leader.
He sounds strong, but he seems to be unconnected to the former guest I'm searching for. But as Teddy Bear speaks of his friend, called Sensei, he wears a beaming expression. They must be connected with a truly strong bond. Inwardly, I am surprised. Though he is adorable, this teddy bear most likely used to be something similar to a shadow. I am very curious about anyone who could form a bond with such a being. Thinking about it that way makes me interested in him as well.
Oh, that was quite helpful. Thank you.
Once the tournament's over, you should come hang out at Junes sometime.
Junes?
It's a place where Don Yosuke and I work.
Don Yosuke?
It's huge! You can eat food there, and they have candy, toys, and sexy bikinis too.
What a paradise on Earth! It seems there is still much I do not know about in your world. Well then, if you'll excuse me, I must get going now.
Be careful!
I bow politely. Teddy Bear waves back with a big smile. So she's gonna go searching for you, Narukami, right now. How could this story even end? Now, though I decided to participate on my own, how should I proceed from here? I don't have a good understanding of this building's layout after all. I try going in and out of the building to test various paths, but I don't get anywhere.
It may have come to this.
I rear back my head and inhale as deeply as I can. And then...
Bring out the next opponent! No one heeded my call. I suppose repeating that line isn't enough.
My shoulders sag slightly and I concentrate on the area nearby. Why did the music get so loud? I sense an unexpected presence.
Aha! There is someone closer by than I had expected. What a reunion this will be! I'm starting to feel tingly.
Reunion? There's no need for me to keep searching for an opponent, since one is already nearby. I trace the presence and proceed down the hallway. Oh wait, Agus, right? When I reach what appears to be an entryway, I can hear what sounds like voices quarreling. One of the voices is Teddy Bear, or rather, the sham host, General Teddy. Or,
What a fight! No wonder you're an
yeah, it's
anti-shadow
Agus.
weapon.
I take no joy at all from your praise.
The music's got louder and it never went down. I probably have to wait for the next end of battle. As I move forward, I find myself breaking into a run. Soon afterward, the voice's owner enters my field of vision. Just as I thought. That unmistakable figure. She's a guest I hosted in my life as a resident. If I recall correctly, her name is Agus. Upon closer inspection, she is aiming her weapon at Gerald Teddy on the monitor.
Pointing your weapon at a monitor isn't very scary. But anyways, your next opponent is...
Ah! If I don't act now, the match will start without me. I must prevent Gerald Teddy from speaking for the time being until my business is completed. Again, before I realize it, I am already in motion.
Oh
You broke the
no!
monitor?
My bold entrance.
What is she breaking the entire time? There's no glass in here!
Huh? Oh, the
Oh,
monitor's completely shattered. Who would do such a thing?
So this time you broke the monitor. What did you break last time?
A strange intruder has shown up.
Oh my. I thought we were having a touching reunion. How unfortunate that you would refer to me as a strange intruder.
A reunion? I don't recall ever meeting anyone so odd.
She who governs power. Does that ring any bells for you?
Huh? Wait. Are you the one I met in that blue room then? Your entrance just now was very different from how I remembered your behavior, so I didn't recognize you. But you're Eridanus' son.
Eridanus?
No.
Elixir? Rengi?
In any case, I never dreamed that I'd meet you here.
That goes for myself as well. It's been a long time since I saw you. But why are you here? What about your duties of governing power?
I am currently in gross abandonment of my duties.
That was a very straightforward answer.
Considering the circumstances here, I'd like to test your strength as well.
I excitedly flipped through the pages of the compendium.
What? Please, wait a moment. Does that mean you wish to fight me?
From what I've heard, in certain cultures in your world, one lets one's fists do the talking. Perhaps you could think of it as a sporty, modern, and extreme way of greeting one another.
I don't understand at all.
You seem to have become strong beyond all recognition. I'd like to see your power for myself, to broaden my horizons. Will you grant my shameless request?
I still don't understand. But does this mean your wish will be fulfilled if I agree to fight you? If that's really what you want. Will you mind if I don't hold back?
I couldn't ask for anything more. I, Elizabeth, will fight you with all the strength at my disposal. Now, let us begin.
Settling matters through a show of force is simple straight. Pardon me, I said that once already. It's getting nutty. It's all nutty. Just nuts is everything. That's all I can describe it. Again, I don't even know how this... She's just gonna leave. That's it. She fights you and then she's like, okay, I'm done. I'm leaving. Bye. Like, my goal cannot be accomplished here. Wouldn't surprise me. Alright, let's fight Agus then. Get to her before she... Alright. I'm just gonna use this kind of... I'm just testing if it works. I just want to see if it works. It works. This is overpowered as hell. Like, it's work. There's no skill involved with Elizabeth here.
You're strong.
Agus crouches down with an annoyed expression.
Oh no, I was surprised myself. It's been a while since I fought with all my power.
Which is just mashing a button. I close my eyes and reminisce. Just as I expected, she has grown more powerful than before. Agus is not human. She has an artificial body, making her a sort of mechanical maiden. She was originally created as a tool to accomplish a set goal with established abilities. But by gaining our heart, she forged her own destiny. She did this with the power that can only be gained by those with emotions, the power of bonds. Her nature shifted from one directed by others to one who chooses for herself. She was no longer merely acting, but living. This shift caused a miracle, and she overcame her artificial origins to attain what could be called life. Some have had the talent of turning bonds into great strength by forming a contract through intense desire. We residents of the Velvet Room refer to this talent as the wild card, and has at times changed the course of history. Even I, who served as a resident for a long time, only encountered a few with that power. She is one of them.
I now have a wish of my own, though it may take vast oceans of time for it to come true. Perhaps one day you will accompany me on the same journey.
What do you mean?
If our destinies truly do cross, you will eventually understand.
Agus' expression shows that she still does not understand, but that is fine for now.
By the way, how have your friends been?
Huh? Oh, they're all well. Several of them are here right now.
Suddenly, a staticky voice echoes from the broken monitor speaker, interrupting our conversation. It seems I was not thorough in my destruction.
Testing. It's finally getting through. Hey, you! The one who's not on the roster! Who are you? Why are you gumming up the works?
It's that bear.
If you keep messing with my Grand Prix, I'll make you...
I snapped the fingers of my right hand with a flourish. The speaker explodes. I am sure that the announcement will bother us no more now. It seems I have finally finished it off.
Oh my! Flames have suddenly burst from the speakers. How dreadful.
That was 180% your doing.
Such repeated meddling. It seems I have a bit of a score to settle with the host, too. Well then, I will be going now. Please be careful.
Oh, wait. There is a rule in this tournament against the loser of a fight moving on.
Is there? Well, considering that I entered myself into the tournament, I do not think you count as a defeated contestant. That is only conjecture, though.
You entered yourself, yet you're going to settle a score with the host for complaining about you?
Details.
I smile cheerfully in return and leave the area. Ah, truly, that was one of my better smiles.
I cannot believe that even Elizabeth's son came to this world. That's it! Her name was Elizabeth's son. I finally remember.
After she said it to you directly. Why did you forget her so much? How could you forget her? How? Well, I guess you didn't have the same experiences that the protagonist did. Eventually, I reached the room known as the announcement room. When I approached the door, I sensed power from within. It seems the real host is here, and not on some monitor. I haven't encountered that Persona user known as Sensei yet, but thinking about it, I would expect him to win his matches until reaching here. But it may be easier to wait than to search aimlessly for him. Upon closer inspection, the door is slightly open. There are people inside.
I sense 2. No, 3 people.
I cautiously sneak up to the door and peek inside. You know, there's Rise, the fake Teddy, and...
What a shame. You gave it a try, but there's no way anyone would understand
We're already at this point.
Huh? That is that teddy bear imposter. The student council president is here too.
Mistake.
It seems the false teddy bear's tone is much harsher than before. Has he been meeting with difficulties lately?
When I look again at what's going on inside the room, a sinister aura swirls around General Teddy. A surprising transformation occurs. His silhouette reforms into a shapeless lump, which resolves into the figure of the council president girl.
I'm the shadow, the true self.
Goodness, that false teddy bear was actually the girl's shadow. I see. It's true that suffering to this degree could cause a shadow to go berserk and affect its surroundings.
The girl's true appearance has already been exposed. It seems she finally was able to face her original nature. Surprisingly, the enemy forcing the illusion upon her was her other self. I'm glad that she has awakened to her true self, but this is a shock and drastic turn of events.
At least one of them has to understand how I feel.
Isn't that what you thought? The important part is that it's all your fault.
It's all your fault. I don't know why. Something's funny about that line. The important thing is it's your fault.
That's not true.
You want the everyday boys and girls to experience what you had to go through. You want to see close friends fight for their lives against each other. Because if they do that, then they might understand. You want to make them understand.
That ain't true.
It's all right then. You don't have to worry about that anymore. I'll take care of everything from here. I'll destroy anyone who doesn't understand you and comes to get in your way. Just like you once did.
Please stop! That's all a lie! You're not me!
Finally! You finally said it! I'm finally free!
And the cutscene again. What's Elizabeth gonna do? Well, she's gonna fight it, of course. Why wouldn't she? The Shao has gone berserk. At this point, it can no longer be stopped solely by the original person. Worse, the Shao has no more reason to keep its host alive. If this continues... But a third person storms into the scene just as I am about to intervene.
Labrys.
Ah, it's you. It's a young man in a school uniform. For a moment, I am utterly captivated. What powerful fire he has in his eyes. On a second look, I recognize his face from the video. As I recall, his name was Kingpin Yu. No, that's not right. Sister Complex Yu. No, that sounds even further from his actual name. Narukami. That's right, it's you, Narukami.
I won't let you hurt her anymore. If you're gonna keep rampaging, I'll fight you.
Fine! Then you'll be the first to die!
Shao's attack hurtles toward the young man, but he does not flinch and takes a fighting stance after smoothly evading it. Seeing his heightened determination, I detect a distinct presence about him.
That young man is a Persona user too.
Ah, and that's not all. The sensation is similar to when I encountered Agus.
Could his powers be?
There's no doubt about it. It's the same as hers. He too is a Persona user whose awakened talent is that of the wild card. The shadow launches its next attack at the young man. The battle axe it brandishes is a cluster of steel as long as she is tall. If he truly can wield those powers, he may be able to stop such an attack, but it is not a sure thing.
This opportunity cannot be missed.
This time, I enter the room and step between the two.
What? Pardon me as I interrupt this scene.
Who are you?
You! How? I set up walls so you couldn't pass through. How'd you get here?
So you couldn't pass through? What is she referring to? Oh, They mean those invisible walls I bumped into from time to time? I suppose, thinking back, I did run afoul of such things along the way. But a little push was all it took to pass through them, so I barely paid them any heed.
Such parlor tricks can get stuffed.
The shadow and the young man both look quite perplexed. Was what I said so shocking? I take the opportunity to step towards the young man and look him straight in the face.
Ah, are you perhaps the sensei that Teddy Bear spoke of? Someone who has awakened to the power of the wild card through Velvet Room's guidance.
What? Wait, that blue outfit. Who are you?
I flash him a smile and turn my gaze towards the girl collapsed nearby. I believe he called her Labrys a moment ago.
I see. I feel that I have a good grasp on the situation now.
Then can't you tell you're in the way? Get out of here!
I cannot do that. I came to settle some business I had with you, the tournament's host.
What business?
To be blunt. What business was it?
How the hell should I know?
That was harsh.
It turns out that I do not care about such trifling details after all. My apologies. Please forget my mention of business. Actually, my search for a certain individual has unexpectedly concluded, so we're done here.
Who said we're done? That's it! I'll kill you where you stand!
I wouldn't recommend it. If I may be so boastful, it would be a battle you stand no chance of winning.
What?
My words must have been so humiliating that the shadow's face flushes red and it gropes for words. I ignore it in order to speak to the young man.
It's nice meeting you, by the way. I am Elizabeth. Would it ring a bell if I mentioned that I am the one who governs power?
You mean like Margaret?
Oh, do you know my older sister? I see, no wonder.
Stop ignoring me, bitch!
I shield the young man behind me and turn towards the shadow.
Please wait a moment. I must ask the one over there to leave this place before we resume.
It's you who's going to leave!
I was sure that I gave the proper warnings earlier. So it goes. Your fate is in the cards.
I don't think I've ever seen such an agitated shadow before. I think only Elizabeth can really do that. I'm going to do this battle and then I'll conclude the part because I want to say I want to record 2 Persona 4 arenas today to conclude it so that I want to wait to upload the next Metal Gear before I record for any advice and blah blah blah. And Xenoblade, I just don't feel like connecting our system up to record. I just feel like having the same one. Don't worry, I'll just spam my attacks and this will be very quick for all you know. Look at this, I don't have to do anything. This is almost unfair. Come on, that was overkill on my part. Well, like I said, that'll conclude this part. And next time, I will finish off with Elizabeth, and I might look through a few extra things before actually ending the game just to see. Anyways, see you next time.